Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to go here with our second match of the night, League of Casuals versus Amateur Hour. I'm your host, eXtine, and I am joined by Insomniuh. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Just getting the most recent STB, and I'll be in there shortly.
Excellent. So we are on Coalplant here, and Red just running right out towards the point, and right away, Lenny-faced Soldier kills Delphage, the medic. He's going to back up, gets healed up, no problem. Bilbert also coming out here and putting down some heat. Amateur Hour already having some troubles. There's a spy out for red team or for blue team as well. Thunder Bubble isn't really needed a whole lot, but your eternal reward in the kunai. It's kind of an interesting loadout for spy there. What are your thoughts on that, Insom?
Not in there quite yet, but I did just get the IV.
Okay. Yeah, Conniver Kunai. With that, sorry, not the YER, Latranger, that's what I meant to say before. See how this round goes out, though, as Bilbert coming out. Got the scout down low. Soldier bombing in from above. Lenny coming right in on Delphage again. Doesn't get this last rocket, really needed it. They finally kill him, but just right when he kills Delphage. Delphage is really exposing himself quite a bit by getting that far out. Thunderbubble with this Latranger does get a kill. Country Hat picking up the health pack. Going to come back around, no problem. Red's just going to get a capture here because why not? Zombie Boy and his team not quite sure what they're going to be able to do here. The Pyro is on the medic. Zombie Boy should have just attacked just to have a little bit of synergy, but they're trying to draw a combo in towards this Beggar's Bazooka. The quick fix is out as well. Zombie Boy, can he capture the point? That is what he should be doing, is capturing the point right now. And instead he ran away. So maybe a little bit of newness to Arena Respawn still here. And Arena Respawn, no, very serious format. It is a professional format as these players playing for money. $250 on the line this month. And next month, more money going to be on the line. Another $250. September, same story, $250. October, we're looking to bump it up a little bit, trying to find some other ways to make it special. So don't worry, listen more for that. Delphage, again, the first player going down. And not too sure about this Amateur Hour. Bringing some amateur tactics here. Oh, God, as Thunder Bubble.
Just gets the cap out. Wow.
Wow, that's good, though. That was an important capture. Zombie Boy running away, too.
Totally baiting the blue team towards the fresh spawns, too. Very intelligent play.
Now, they give up the capture, but this is a glimmer of hope here for Amateur Hour.
Seeing some amazing saws come out by blue team's medic here. Loving to see that.
Pops that quick fix Uber that he earned with those saws. That's going to help out. The Pyro here for red team is going to have to stay up here and get some kills. Robot DJ Man still very far back, as is Magic Man. Took him a while to get out here. Magic Man with this Beggar's Bazooka. Oh my God, gets off your rocker.
That's why you got to stay at the point there. The mark for death is really what cinched that kill for him.
It's brutal. And then they're going to see the spy here. Oh my God, he gets the heavy weapons guy. That was really unfortunate. It could have been a 2-on-2 circumstance scenario there. Unfortunately not, though. Like Californians, starting to run away a little bit more. 3-0 here.
Definitely a good round. Thunderbubble doing work as spy. And surprisingly, with the Stranger, not even extra damage there.
Yeah, definitely interesting. We haven't really seen a whole lot of spy in Arena Respawn, and I think to a certain degree we're still kind of waiting for the right person to come by and do it right. But there are definitely some disadvantages to running spy, so we'll have to see what they can accomplish with it. And actually, Thunderbubble just gets Beggar's Bazooka down. I don't know if he just kind of knew he was in that area or what, but
Right spot, right time. But yeah, he's going for that flank play.
They're going to get Country Hat as well, protecting Delphage a lot better this round, getting better results from it. That's really what you got to do, is protect that medic. Blue is already captured, so they're not going to be able to do anything there. The combo here does gun down the Pyro. Scouts on him as well. Magic Man at least scares him away. Robot DJ Man gets into a fight with the medic one-on-one. Magic Man taken down as well.
Country Hat coming from under, getting some damage on the medic, takes him down.
Yeah. Not going to do enough, though. That quick fix, heavy weapons guy, brutality. Now the format here is we do 8 minutes for a halftime, and then we'll do a new set of bans on another 8 minute. 2 halves per map. This is a best of 3 setting. No Demo Man on the board right now, as well as Sniper, the other ban here. And the Lenny Face again getting on Delpha, doing a lot of damage. Delphage, excuse me, does survive, but has to back up here. Hurt badly. Magic Man put pressure on the heavy weapons guy, but no heals. Should have been a little bit more cautious there, as Bilbert will not be dislodged. Oh my god. And it was the headshot from Thunder Bubble, so he must have switched over. Yeah, Dead Ringer, and I think that was the Ambassador as well with the headshot. So,
yep.
Yeah. Alright, so again, it'll be interesting to see how this develops with the Spy, where he chooses to go with this Kunai. If we see maybe some switch up from Red on strategies or rollouts. Definitely trying to protect their medic more, which they should be. Scout getting down low and away from him. That's Country Hat. Nobody dead yet. There goes Thunder Bubble, actually. First death, the Spy.
Amateur are playing a little bit more hesitantly, really kind of taking their time to get out here.
A lot of trades.
It's working for them.
Soldiers trade and a Scout and Pyro traded. Zombie Boy can get in with this milk. No, he chooses not to. I think really he needed to get in as soon as he hit that milk, but he didn't really have the teammates to go with him. The medic for their team just now connecting with Robot DJ, and they're going to need some magic from this heavy weapons medic combo. Could work out for him. Spy has kind of spotted him, and there's also a Scout lurking around as well. Actually, yeah, there's the Spy right there. Takes down both of them, medic and the heavy weapons guy. So just Zombie Boy, and that's going to take us to 6-0 here.
Arena respawn. It's kind of surprising to see a Spy brave enough to run that Kunai, just sitting there like 70 HP, not even getting a buff at all before he gets out there.
Yeah, the
it's
Kunai
really doing work with it.
The Kunai is definitely a really interesting strategy and approach to this, but he he hasn't had too many problems yet.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I like their lineup. You know, they don't really need a Pyro right now. They're not really having any problems with it. Could go NG, but don't need that either. Does get the Kunai stab on Magic Man.
Going around for that flank play. Let's see what he can do with it.
Zombie Boy puts the pressure on the heavy weapons guy. Thunder Bubble coming down to the cloak. He did get spotted right away, but at the same time, Lenny coming in. Get some good damage out here. And just going to be
Bilbert
Zombie
cleaning
Boy
up
and
on him.
Magic Man left, yeah. Magic Man, Beggar's Bazooka, but he's up against 5 people, so it's going to be a little difficult. It's not that good of a weapon.
What are your opinions on like possibly like forfeiting a round? You know you're that last man up, and you know you probably can't clinch it against 5 other people. Do you go for that suicide?
I think there's a question there. I think actually I wasn't watching the clock too closely there, and I think there was a little bit of a question on that round in particular about whether he needed to stay alive to make sure that there wasn't another round.
Oh, okay.
Which
Gotcha.
in that case, definitely you would want to drag it out. You know, just if you're really losing a half bad and you're not really getting a good concept on it, you wouldn't want to run it out. If you're up and they're not like chasing you down, then like yeah, you might as well just like stay alive and you know, hang back and let them try to, you know, kill you or waste time. If you're down on time and you realize that they're just letting you live, then definitely just kill yourself. You know, you have to be able to fight rounds and win rounds. If it's a close game and you just want to risk it, then you could take the time to just kind of talk about it or slow down the game. But obviously, if you're down by a bunch, then you don't want to do that. You don't want to be in those circumstances. So there's some interesting mechanics there, and certainly sometimes too you get people running like Dead Ring or Spy to try to slow down the game. But I feel like when you try to pull out those strats, you're worsening your chances of winning. I feel by just giving away rounds. Even if you're killing time, if you're giving away rounds, I just don't think it's worth it. And with the arena respawn, you know, we've tried to make a few adjustments, you know, like the double recap time to make sure that if you're a team that's trying to come back from behind, that somebody just can't sit as Cloak and Dagger and really make a round last a lot longer than it should last.
Oh yeah, I remember those very early tournaments we had.
Were you on that Burnsiders team against Boba when he did that?
I was not. I was supposed to be though, and I heard quite a storm over it.
Yeah, Stag, who is one of our talented Burnsiders, but honestly isn't the biggest fan of Arena Respawn. He enjoys the competition with the Burnsiders, playing with the Burnsiders. But some aspects of Arena Respawn do frustrate him, and he was certainly frustrated by Boba and what was going on with that, which I understand.
I was kind of reminded of that recently for Evo, which was just going on. There was somebody who was up in the top tier, got the lead as Jigglypuff, and just kind of ran away for 8 minutes and really kind of brought that whole, like, is this okay in sportsmanship? Do we want to kind of see that kind of play? And kind of threw me back to the early days of Arena Respawn.
Yeah, and I think that stuff comes down to the format, you know, and the tournament and how things are structured. And, you know, we are trying to make sure that Arena Respawn is an exciting format, I mean, you know, for our sake, we want it to be the best format of TF2. We want it to be really exciting. We want to do what we can to make it better. And so stuff like that we're trying to adjust and approach. Yeah, I mean, there's some questions about all that. But I think things that we've done in regards to the halftime and Mark for Death, I think they're all really interesting things that add to this format. We're going to see new bans here coming out here too, by the way. Looks like Blue at least is finally... Okay, yeah. They tried to ban Sniper, but since Sniper was banned last half, they're being reminded of the rule set there. So they've banned Heavy now this time around, which I think is a good choice. But, I mean, AH were running Heavy a fair amount. I don't think it was necessarily helping them too much. But we'll see if they can make the adjustments here without Heavy Weapon and pick up some rounds. 7 rounds is quite a lot, but they could do it in this amount of time. It went the other way, so why not?
Big potential. They definitely didn't want to use that burner ban, as you call it, for Spy, because Thunderbubble was absolutely doing work.
Yeah. We'll see what they do here then. Lineup-wise, I think without Heavy, you got to rock somebody on Demo Man, and that's going to be a big challenge here. Demo Man has some versatility on this map. Regular sticky launcher is great. You actually can do sticky jumper and caber and try to be super crazy. Charge and Targe can work really well. I mean, any charging Demo Knight can work really well on this map. And even Scottish Resistance, I would say, is actually a pretty good map for Scottish Resistance because it's just so small and you get the middle real quickly. Lock areas down.
At this point, I'm kind of guessing to see, though, or thinking that might ban Engineer since nobody's been running that, which is strange. I mean, all today, almost all of Tuesday, we didn't see a lot of Engineer bans, which used to be a very quick to go-to ban.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, I think it shows some of the balance that's been put in effect with the mini Sentry, as well as sometimes I think also overall, you know, there's kind of like it's the game of perceptions, and without people really bringing a lot of hate-worthy Engineer play, you know, the Engineer kind of falls off the charts. But I think this one is definitely a very strong Engineer map. We actually had a Burnsider match, I believe it was last month, that there was a pretty clutch play where somebody built up a level 3 sentry gun, and then they were opening up the door to have the sentry gun fire out.
Love it.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic, and it came into play in some pretty clutch moments and was important. You know, Wrangled Gunslinger can be very effective on this map because you can just cover all of the turf. Sniper is going to be in play this time around, so kind of tough to say what that might do to that. But you know, you could Engineer and Sniper and have the Sniper cross and the Engineer, the mini Sentry and watch the Sniper. You know?
Looks like I called it though. Red comes out with the Engineer band.
Yeah, actually, they just kind of.
They tried to, or.
I'm not sure what the ruling is on that.
Swapping that up to Pyro.
No, okay. Gizmo's laying down the law. Its first answer. And Bilbert's trying to pull out technicalities, but he doesn't understand the situation. Bilbert banned Engineer, which is a valid ban, and then he tried to switch it to Pyro. The other team tried to ban Sniper, which they weren't allowed to do, and you know, then it was never really a proper ban. So red team did change their mind a little bit. Off Your Rocker saying wow after Bilbert said ban class Engineer. So that might not have been their preferred ban there. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
It does look like oh, was it?
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think Engineer is more of a threat on this map than Pyro is for sure.
Definitely. Although I'm thinking they may have wanted to ban that Pyro because it looks like Zombie Boy has swapped over to Spy to try and counter that Thunder Bubble action.
Yeah, Pyro versus Beggar's Bazooka. If Magic Man runs Beggar's Bazooka, then Pyro is a good option to help deal with that. On the other flip side, though, they did ban Engineer, which the short circuit is another very, very good way to deal with the Beggar's Bazooka, even though it was tuned downwards recently. So getting ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen, with the second half here. The teams have readied up. We've flipped into our format here. And League of Casuals, sorry, that was their old name, like Californians, off to a great start here up against Amateur Hour. 7-0 is the score. New bans here on the second half. Sniper now allowed, but neither team playing it. Heavy and Engineer band. Yeah, definitely surprising. We got snipers on, or sorry, spies on both sides now, though. The Diamondback on Zombie Boy, interesting choice with Highland with Engineer band, but I'm sure he'll be switching that up.
Oh, Lenny goes in there, puts out some damage, could not quite clean up on it though.
Yeah, Thunder Bubble lurking around this blue combo, wants to get in here. I think he's probably been spotted though. He ends up having to go for a bit of a stair spab and then taken out with that 70 health, not much. He's with his demo man here though, Bilbert. Ooh, nice pipe by Bilbert. They're trying to fight out at this point. Blue is here, marked for death, and they're going to get this forced respawn with that quick fix. That quick fix, so strong, very obnoxious how it just lets you cap with your charge in effect. Bilbert now getting thrown around. Oh man, his scout coming in here. Can Country Hat seal the deal here? They might actually be able to get a capture here. Actually, screw the capture. They just want to win the round here. As Fat Noob gonna have to get on point right now, and instead get stabbed right now. That was a
very
much better
action-packed round, yeah, back and forth, almost I think almost 4 times.
All right, 8-0 the score here for like Californians. Spy continuing to work out for him. I don't know if Zombie Boy really should be trying to emulate this style. Actually, just gets point blank gunned down. Yeah, Magic Man does get one here, as the soldier can't really find that splash to get the second kill on him. Does get some heals here, but people pretty banged up on blue
Lenny
team.
sneaking up behind on the demo here, launches him up under the shed.
Yeah, shed not a bad spot, but needs some
Not at
heals.
all.
There we go. And his soldier coming in with this Beggar's Bazooka gets killed by pipe by Bilbert. There's the stab by Thunder Bubble as well, but the capture comes out. So right after the stab, they respawn everybody. Delphage back up with that quick fix. 70% on quick fix for red team. It's just him in the demo man, or no, sorry, him in the soldier looking to move in here. They're gonna have to move in a little bit quicker. Zombie Boy does get a stab here coming in. They got a charge ready to go to get the capture if need be. They've popped the charge as well. Still fighting here. Needs to kill Delphage. Hasn't. Their spy has gotten a stab. There's the kill on Delphage. Pushing in on this demo man. It's just the demo man for blue, and he eats a rocket to the face and taken down. And like Californians, maintaining this clean sheet here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I would definitely switch off the spy.
Absolutely. I think we've said it time and time again. As soon as we see it, that bottom player with 0 points just tries to go for those clutch plays, but just really can't make it work.
Spy's extremely tough in Arena Respawn, and I think it does work as a pick class that you switch off to, you know. You can bring some versatility with it, especially if your team is taking like a slow rollout. You could even pretend to be a sniper. I mean, there's ways that you can make it happen as a spy. And Thunder Bubble is doing, you know, a pretty decent job of making that happen, but I don't think it's to the point where you should be trying to emulate it. You kind of got to play your own game.
There's a bit of a mindset I've noticed in Arena Respawn where people try and counter what's working against them with that exact same class. And I think that's kind of the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah, I think that's true. There's definitely some circumstances where that'll work out, but probably more often than not, you know, you need to flex things up. And I think that ties into the overall theme of Arena Respawn, which is, you know, we're trying to find the best TF2 players. You know, people that are versatile in the classes that they play, that they can switch classes, and teams that have a lot of versatility as well. And that's definitely the challenge of Arena Respawn. You know, that when there's a ban, like, that's the crazy thing about bans too, that you have to like realize, like, if Banny gets, if he's on Scout and that's like his starting role, and then they ban Scout, Banny has to switch to something else, and maybe what Banny would switch to is somebody else's kind of class, so that person then might have to switch to, you know, you gotta get these odd circumstances where all of a sudden your team dynamic is extremely different just because one class got banned, and all of a sudden, you know, your soldier can't play soldier anymore, so he's playing demo man, and your demo man's playing engineer, you know. There can definitely be some craziness, and a team's ability to adapt to these sort of changes in different class lineups is very important as building a winning strategy. That's part of building a winning strategy in Arena Respawn. You have to be flexible.
And that's one thing I really like about it. It encourages you to be good at multiple classes and not just dedicate yourself to a main.
And that's something that I find challenging about Arena Respawn, that I like about it. You know, it's like, when I play a game of Arena Respawn, I'm not trying to figure out how I can be a better soldier. I'm trying to figure out how my team can win, what I can do differently to win. If it's being soldier or being something else, or, you know, there's just every game is really challenging. It really stretches your capacity to play TF2. So Bilbert coming out, good rollout. Maybe just slightly faster than blue team. Blue team again sends Scout down low. Robot DJ Man does take that pack, does control it, but does eat a whole lot of damage. He's gonna back up. Actually ends up getting arrowed down. Nice kill by Off Your Rocker in the midst of things. Had those heals and just spammed a little arrow out there. Bilbert and his team capture the point. And there's Zombie Boy. Does get away with a dead ringer, but gonna have to come in here and actually get some stabs.
As you say, that Thunder Bubble comes and picks the medic.
Zombie Boy, oh, unlucky to get the back of the Demo Man. It just would have been too little too late, though, you know, even if he had stabbed the Demo Man there. So 1:15 on the clock here, 12-0. Like Californians running away with this matchup. Can't hate on him for it. The Spy has been doing some work for him. I mean, Thunder Bubble has been effective. Had a tough time finding him, shutting him down.
Country had going for a big flank play right now against Amateur Hour. Scares off the medic. They've run in a Flog Pyro now. Could actually help them out.
Yeah, not the worst idea.
They've got some time on the clock. They don't want to cap right here. Smartly, they get off of it, though.
Yeah,
They want to cap for Bilbert.
Robot DJ Man goes down. Zombie Boy, yeah, good stab on Bilbert. Here's the quick fix as well. They need to get out towards the point a little bit more, as well as pressure the medic. He's got 96%. A big stab by Thunder Bubble.
Wow.
He's trying to stab Delphage. There's the quick fix as well. So now they're ready to go with this. And still fighting Thunder Bubble. Oh, my God. Still fighting. Getting kills. Magic Man. Oh, my God. The Pocket Spy is real. It's a stab off in the middle. The melee is out there as well. And it's Thunder Bubble.
They get the
capture. Oh, my God.
And they
wow.
yeah, that was a sight.
Yeah, maintain the perfect record, 13-0. Ouch. That was a very, very tough first map here for Amateur Hour.
What map do we have coming up next?
Let me double check our little map.